home $617.
Then we had Slappy over at American Legion Fridley, taking home $3,773.
Nicely done, the biggest jackpot of that past weekend. But next up, we gave out some cash to Jen SSBGC over at Springbrook Golf Course, who took home $610.
Yes, and then on Sunday, getting our Sunday started off right, we had Petunia over at Westwood Marina, taking home $615.
Nice job, Petunia. Next up, we had M. Dairy over at Beaver Bottom Saloon, taking home $608.
Yeah, good job. We had Luther over at the Sunset Cove Resort, taking home $1,782.
Nicely done. And then we had G-Force over at Bourbon Room Cross Lake, taking home $767.
Joni, the final jackpot of Sunday, went out to the Poorhouse of Clarks, taking home $768. But since we had a long weekend heading into the 4th of July, let's talk about that 4th of July jackpot.
All right, well, we gave out one on the 4th, and it went out to Vinny over at Municipal Liquor Store Akeley, who got to take home $633.
Well, definitely some great jackpots going out there. And if you guys want to earn some more jackpots, make sure you're coming out from 12 all the way till 10 o'clock every single day for a little bit of bingo action. Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of happy hour action. Our first game is some Lucky 4 bingo, $23,790 of total prizes, and we'll see how large as everyone gets and rolls it will get. You guys just have 30 seconds to get in the game. But we are streaming live to you guys on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch.
Oh, absolutely. But speaking of those new Pilot TVs, a couple locations that just got them installed include DS Pit Stop, Blue Moon Bar and Grill, Minnesota Wing King, Club New Yorker, Midway Gas Bar and Grill, as well as Shady Silver Spur.
Definitely some great stuff there. Super excited. But we are now in this game of Lucky 4 bingo. We'll see what we got in store for us, as it's going to go really quickly. That mega prize, it clicks by super fast. Let's see, anybody can get closer. 2 balls away, definitely staying on track to do so. Anybody can get 1 ball away right here. Oh, not being able to do it, but let's see if we can give out the major prize.
Let's see.
I have to be perfect. No, we will not do that. We'll work on the mini, as we'll have a better shot at doing this one. And it doesn't look like the mini's going to be going out either, so we're going to that must-go prize of $5 in this game as more people join in and that 2-ball-away mark.
Absolutely. But as you guys know, each and every day we give out a ton of jackpots. And just this past weekend, we gave out 11 jackpots. And that made it, in the past 7 days, we've given out 19, making it 60 jackpots for Season 12 altogether.
Definitely been a great Season 12. But I wanted to check in before we got into this weekend's jackpots. But we're still, now we got finally players one ball away. TJ Midas and Ski both 1 ball away. We'll see who can take it home as we've had a lot of balls already drop on this one. Do you have a lucky ball guess?
I'll go I-26.
I'm going to go with N40.
All right, we'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about mine. We'll see if
there's
it can
mine
work.
right there.
Ooh, well, we'll see if any of the players use that number in their winnings, because that could be the case. But we'll have to definitely see. We got a bunch of players now 1 ball away, and there it is, Ski over at Herbie's Bar and Grill. Carlos taking home that $5 must-go prize. 14, 5, 70, and 72 are those lucky 4 numbers. And we'll be looking out for game number 5 as well as game number 14 for those lucky games. But right now we're getting into a game number 1 of Jackpot Hunter with some really good prizes on the line.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to see what happens. And you guys have just about 2.5 minutes to get enrolled. And if you guys get that minor prize over $200 before we get enrolled in this first game, if it doesn't go out here in game number 2, it's going to be clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less. That definitely ups the odds and a little bit of that ante for you guys to try and take home that prize. But now that we've given out our first prize of the night, that awesome must-go that went out to Ski, we can talk about our jackpot winners of this past weekend and all the 11 of them who took home some great prizes.
Oh, yeah, and then on Friday, we had Turkish getting us started off right over at Arcade Bar, taking home $685. Nicely
done. Next up on Friday, the last jackpot on Friday went out to Bomb over at Max's on Main, who got to take home $773.
Good job, Bomb. Then we had Player on Saturday, getting it started off with the largest jackpot of the weekend over at Beer Stoop Inver Grove Heights, taking home $8,314.
Nicely done, Player. Next up, we had Umi's playing over at Umi's, who took home $732.
Definitely a great jackpot. $611, though, went out also on Saturday to Barb K over at VFW Brooklyn Park.
That's right, and then the final jackpot on Saturday went out to Us Win over at G. Allen's, who took home $818.
Good job to all those Saturday winners. But on Sunday, we got started off with Emily over at Niswa Legion, taking home $3,707.
Nicely done. Next up, we had JoJo Jet over at American Legion Morristown, taking home $671.
Good job, JoJo Jet. Then we had Matt Ang over at the Guilty Goose, taking home $693.
Oh, yeah, and we also had Gene Jim over at Willie's, taking home $720.
Oh, yeah, definitely a big win for them. And the final jackpot that went out on Sunday went out to Mega Winner over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, taking home $628.
Nicely done to all of our jackpot winners this past weekend. Hopefully we can give out some great prizes to you guys who are out there playing in these next 2 hours, but you guys will also get a full 4 hours of uninterrupted Skull Bingo tonight once we let you guys loose at 6 p.m. But in the meantime, we have just about 30 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 1. We have that minor prize at $167.56 balls or less, that major at $8,281, 49 balls or less, and that mega at $120,810, 49 balls or less.
Definitely some great prizes out there tonight, and that mega prize just clicked up to 49 balls or less, and that is what we gave out the mega prize last time it clicked up to this amount.
That's right.
So should be getting after it, as it may not have a chance to click up from 59 to, I think the next click up is 51.
Really?
It clicks up from 49 to 51, which is super exciting.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to see what happens. But, I mean, it would just be an absolute blast of a Monday night if we got to just clean sweep and give out all these prizes.
Definitely would be, but we already got players getting after this in game 1 as we have Give It To Me. Lord Nat, a big-time player that I haven't seen in a while. Randy Pat, Wolfstein, Ozzy. Ozzy Osbourne, maybe.
Oh, yeah. You can only assume so.
Oh, only assume. Pugsley. as well as many more players getting after it. But we do have some other stuff we got to talk about, as we got the newest eTab game that was just released about a month ago, Later Gator. Check out that Gator Bait bonus and shoot the biggest gator to win the biggest prizes.
Oh, absolutely. You guys will definitely want to go check out that game. And if you want to stay in the know about when we're releasing new eTabs and potentially seeing those awesome promos and those little sneak peeks here and there, our Facebook page is the place to be. Then once you give us a follow and a like, you'll be able to keep up with all of our weekly bingo schedules, announcements, big progressives, those amazing player pictures you guys send in, and even utilize that link tree. Once you click on there, you'll have direct links to all of our social medias like Twitter and Instagram, all of our streaming platforms, as well as all the locations around Minnesota where you can play Pilot games.
Definitely a great place to be. Love all of our social medias, but Facebook definitely has the most options there to be able to find out anything about Pilot games. But we are coming to the tail end of this game. We'll see if we can give out any of the two first jackpots, Major and Mega. Doesn't look like it as we click past it, and we're now working towards that minor prize. We'll have to do it in the next 5 balls, and right now it looks like we're already out of shot for it, but we'll wait for the last second to call it in, because you know you never like to call it in. Right here, let's see, minor prize, and it's clicking past to a $33 must go. Not bad in this game number 1, and we'll see if Randy, Pat, Viddy, Zach, T-Dog, Charlie, any of them can take this one home.
Oh, absolutely, and don't worry guys, we got 22 more games after this of you guys taking home some great prizes, so definitely stick around and try your hand at these games. But there we are, we have a winner.
AJB over at Good Times Restaurant in Caledonia, taking home that $33 must go prize. Good job, Ajabit.
Yes, nicely done. Nicely done. That was game number 1, and we're about to begin enrolled in a game number 2. But if you guys didn't know, every single day, Monday through Friday, we get our day started off right with a little cup of joe. And I'm not just talking about the coffee. I'm talking about the little 20-minute segment we have each day from 11:30 to 11:50, right before that Twins Bingo. That's where we talk about where all the big money amounts are going to be laying on the line for that day, as well as all the big shakeups that happened in our competitive standings.
Oh yeah, and that gets you right into our Twins Bingo during the weekdays from 12 all the way to 1. We run those Twins Bingo 7 days a week from 12 to 1. And on a 25-cent card, you can compete for a really nice over $800 jackpot tomorrow, because it was not able to go out today with me and Will.
Nope, it'll be John and I tomorrow trying to give that out in 10 games in that hour span, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But we'll let you loose at around 1 o'clock, and that's when you'll be playing the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter that runs all the way till 4 p.m. And we have some great prizes on the line in there, as we always have that minor, major, and mega on the line for you guys to try and take home during that allotted time.
Oh yeah, then it's the happy hour bingo after the 25-cent edition of Jackpot Hunter, where you guys have just gotten started in our happy hour bingo. We got a Lucky 4 bingo at 4 p.m. $23,709 were on the line when we got into that first game. We were not able to give out that jackpot, so it's growing and rolling to the last game of these Jackpot Hunt. After these last games of Jackpot Hunter, we're going to be playing 23 games of this, as we are getting into a game number 2 of Jackpot Hunter. We got that minor prize over $212. So if we don't give it out in this game number 2, it'll be clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less in game number 3.
Oh, absolutely. But after we guys let you loose at 6 p.m. after that extra round at Lucky 4 Bingo, we have those 4 hours of Skull Bingo uninterrupted tonight from 6 p.m. till 10 o'clock. We're starting out today with that line prize at $0, but it's 1 in 10 balls or less as soon as you guys start clicking it up. We have a large frame at $9,611 at 43 balls or less, and a coverall prize that's already at $7,035. You can take that home in 50 balls or less.
Definitely a great time in Skull Bingo, and we have a great time every single night with our PGL nights. Every single night that they actually are being played, because we got 2 nights a week that you get to have earn some PGL points, and that's MegaSota game night. That starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday, so make sure you guys are coming out tomorrow at 6:40 for Tony and Nikki to give out all the best PGL games and prizes. And you guys can even play the last and final game of Jackpot Jungle on that MegaSota game night. That $22,943 are on the line in that game that you can win in 54 balls or less.
Oh, absolutely. But Wednesday night, we have the 25-cent card edition of that game, and that's our Twins Wednesday. Ian and I take over the Twins studio at 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. each and every Wednesday for that specialty night. We have a lot of fun tournament-style games and that 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Jungle. We have our own coverall at $14,123. You can take that home in 52 balls or less, not to mention with a whole slew of PGL points along the way throughout the night. We give out a ton of them, and it's the only 2 nights that you guys can compete for those points. Make sure you guys are doing that and signing up at pgl.world in order to earn those points along the way. But we are officially in this game number 2. We have $41.20 on that must-go prize. We officially got that minor prize over $200 as it sits with $217. That means if we don't give it out in this round, next game going in that enrolling screen, we're going to see that minor ball count click up from 56 to 60 balls or less. Definitely makes things a little bit more doable for you guys.
Yeah, it definitely should be some fun stuff in this game, but we're hoping to be able to give out the mega and major prize in this game. That's what I'm hoping for in just a few balls as we're creeping towards it. At 3 balls away, people are 7 balls away, so it really doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But I see some big-time players out there like Yags370, Forget You D. We'll see if they can take this home, as well as the #1 player out there, Funk.
All right, that's some exciting stuff. We got 53 balls dropped, but we have some exciting national days to get into with you guys. And our first one is called World Listening Day. Each year on July 18th, World Listening Day encourages people to take time to listen to the sounds of nature. It also is a day to learn a little bit about the field of recording.
Yeah, definitely a great day. Field recording, really interesting stuff. It's any kind of recording that is outside a studio, just capturing whether it's nature or human noises, whatever it is.
Whatever it may be.
We do have J-Dog over at Outtakes taking home that $41.20 must-go prize. Good job, J-Dog. But I kind of imagine that that is kind of how we get all those sounds that you can preset for you to go to sleep to. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, like the whale or the waves, the waves crashing. I feel like that's probably how we get it.
Or the rainforest noises.
Yeah, it's like field recordings.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a very plausible way to get those.
Definitely. I think that's really, really cool, and it's super relaxing to listen to those kinds of things. And I've always been one to even have the recordings of like the fan, like the box fan, and just play that as I'm like going to bed. Especially if it's like cold.
Yeah.
Like I would rather have just the sound of the box fan than have the fan blowing on me.
That's so funny. See, I either have always had a fan in my room for myself to have, or if I needed just like, I was absolute dire situation where I just needed some kind of noise to fall asleep, rain is always my go-to.
Rain is the go-to. That's definitely a good go-to. I always just choose the box fan because that's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Always have a box fan in the room. Do you have any, though not going to sleep sounds or anything like that, sounds you can't stand and sounds that you you love listening to, kind of thing?
Sounds I love listening to, wind chimes, and yeah, with the breeze, ocean waves when I'm sitting on the beach and I close my eyes and I just hear the water. I absolutely love that. Yeah, the sound of like heavy rain on a window. Okay. I'm a big fan of, especially if I'm warm and cozy. Okay. Love it. Sounds I hate. Honestly, those ASMR videos that's like the tapping and like the mouth noises. Yes. Hate them. Can't stand them.
Don't like them at all.
Can't stand them.
I get that.
Really just kind of like mouth noises, like chomping or like
those you
sloshing food.
You can't stand. What about like a squeaky shoe in a store?
That doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother you? I grew up with my dad who constantly wore Crocs and they were always rubber.
They were always squeaking everywhere. So you don't have.
I got accustomed to that very early.
You have a tolerance to that.
Yes.
But.
It's kind of like how snoring doesn't bother me because of how bad my father was growing.
Yeah.
You can sleep through it.
Yeah. So those noises, I hate noises. The noises I hate will probably have to be like there's specific types of markers that create noises.
Oh yeah, the screeches
that make
like,
me
squeak.
Yeah, that make me just really like thing.
Get you bad.
And it's very similar to like nails on the chalkboard, and obviously that's like a hate that one as well. I think that's a universal hatred is nails on a chalkboard. trying to think, what else am I not a fan of?
Silverware scraping a plate.
Silverware scraping a plate. That is a good one. Don't like that noise.
That's a bad one.
I am noises I do enjoy.
Yes.
Ben had some really good ones, and he talked about like cracking like a York patty open is one of his favorite, like the sound that it makes when it cracks open. He really enjoys that sound, and so I was like, that's a really good one. And so probably like cracking open a Kit Kat.
Yeah.
That's a top one.
The opening a can, the crisp seal of a can. That's
Me
a
and
good
Will
one.
talked about that one too. That's definitely a top tier.
Definitely
sound.
scratches the brain, right?
Oh, for sure. I'm trying to think what other sounds are really really good.
I like the xylophone.
Xylophone. That is a great sound to listen to. What's your favorite kind of speakers to listen to? Like if they're doing speaking, not just noises.
Like my favorite kind of voice.
Yeah, no, not your favorite kind of voice. Like your favorite kind of topics to listen to. Favorite like if someone's just talking, what do you like to listen to?
Either their life experiences. I love hearing stories of other people's lives. Or really, I love my true crime podcasts.
True crime podcast.
Yeah, something that like when I'm driving and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, no,
Yeah.
like I love that.
Okay, that's definitely some good ones. I like to listen to sports. Sports is what I pretty much.
You don't say.
If I listen to it, yeah. Well, you don't know. They new customers all the time and stuff like that.
Yes.
But we do have a winner as we got Lucky Ride over at South Street Saloon, taking home that jackpot of $297. Add on that $64.20 Musco prize, and you're taking good over $300. Definitely a nice one on this game number 4.
Game number 3.
Game number 3. We're about to be getting rolled into a game number 4.
Oh, yes.
So getting rolled, press play. You guys just got 2 minutes and 26 seconds to get enrolled with that major and mega jackpot still in line to be able to be won. I definitely wouldn't miss out on this game.
Oh, absolutely. We got a lot of fun cash left in store for you guys, so grab your friends, get enrolled, and get ready for this game number 4. But our next International Day is a very fun one. And do you want to go over it?
Yeah, I do. Nelson Mandela Day, International Day. Every year on July 18th, Nelson Mandela International Day pays tribute to this apartheid revolutionary political leader and activist. The day also encourages people to do their part in making the world a better place.
Absolutely. Let's take a little peek at.
Yeah, he is a huge part in South Africa. He was a South African activist who served as the first president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was the country's first black head of state and first elected in a fully representative democratic election.
Yeah, he was the one who really helped lead that transition from the apartheid to the multiracial democracy.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff.
Nice. Oh. Well, happy International Nelson Mandela Day.
Yeah, it made me think of the Mandela effect though when I first read it.
I know.
And then I realized that this guy's way cooler than the Mandela effect, but I like the Mandela effect. It's fun.
Does the name have any correlation to him?
I don't know. Look up the Mandela.
I'm not really sure what the correlation.
Yeah, how is it connected?
Let's take a peek.
Yeah, because I would like to know. We got 20 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 4. So hopefully you guys are getting enrolled, press and play, because we'll be in this game in just a short bit.
Yeah, it really just talks about what it is. And it's by a paranormal researcher, Fiona Broom, who was the one who kind of founded this kind of phenomenon. And it's really just like a false memory that can be sometimes shared by multiple people.
Ah, okay. Well, so it has nothing to do with Nelson Mandela.
Well, She was the one who reported having vivid and detailed memories of news coverage of South African anti-apartheid leader Nelson Mandela dying in a prison in 1980s.
Oh, and so that's
where he had a different death in real life.
So that's what she thought. So that's what it was.
So this was like the original shared false memory of her finding the phenomenon.
Of Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
That is crazy. So we can talk about the Mandela effect on today.
Yes, we can.
That's awesome. Let's look up some fun Mandela effect things on this day.
Yeah.
As we got 31 balls dropped in this game, but we'll find some of these funny Mandela effects that will put our memory to the test. Okay. All right. Do you remember it being Jif or Jiffy?
It was definitely Jiffy as a kid.
I only remember it as Jif.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, it says that it probably is people kind of getting two brands that compete against each other together, and from Skippy and Jif, and creating Jiffy. You're not saying so. You're saying it was for sure Jiffy.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
Okay. Is it Oscar Mayer, or is it Oscar Meyer?
You know, I have no idea which one is the real Oscar Mayer.
Yeah, which one is the real Oscar Mayer? You know the jingle.
My baloney has a first name. It's Oscar.
However, spelling out your baloney's second name is under scrutiny. Most people have the second famous jingle. Mayer is spelled with an E instead of an A.
Yeah, well, speaking of A, we have Ann over at Huck's Shipwreck Saloon 2 taking away that must-go prize in this game number 4. $21.60 is going out to you. Nicely done. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 5.
Yeah, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play for this game 5, as that minor prize is closing in on $50. We need to get it over $100, though, before it clicks up from 52 to 56. We do have some more fun Mandela effects, as this one always gets me every time, as the famous HBO show isn't Sex and the City.
Yeah, see, I always thought it was.
Yeah, and so what I found out that it was the correct name is Sex and the City. It definitely was not what I expected.
No, it's kind of a weird one. I always remembered it as In the City.
Yeah, not And the City.
And the City.
Yeah, very, very different. We do got 1 minute and 40 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 5, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled, press and play. But we got some more of these Mandela effects.
All right, well, the next one it has to do with Queen's song, We Are the Champions. It is usually heard at every triumphant sports moment, and it ends differently for most people who can recall. Some people swore that the singer Freddie Mercury belts out the lyrics of the world, which he totally did, at the end, but in reality, the original recording simply ends with no time for losers, because we are the champions.
Really?
I distinctly remember Of the World.
I know I said it at the end of the song every single time. I don't remember if Freddie Mercury said it too.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. That's definitely a crazy one. I've always thought it's Of the World at the end of that song. Well, next up, the Monopoly Man doesn't have a monocle. Perhaps people are getting him confused with Mr. Peanut, the Planter Peanut mascot, who also wears a top hat and carries around a cane like the Monopoly Man. But there are a number of concerned citizens who can't seem to grasp how the Monopoly Man is monocleless when they've distinctly remembered him wearing one.
Strange one.
Yeah, that one I played enough Monopoly. I never thought of him with a monocle.
Yeah, I don't really have like a memory of what.
Yeah, I even played it even going into middle school, early high school, and everything like that.
Throughout the years.
Constantly playing it, and so I always think
Never were confused.
Never were confused.
Well, next up, it's Pikachu's tail. While some 90s kids clearly remember black detailing on the Pokemon character's tail, in reality, it is solely yellow.
Yeah, weird one. I definitely remember there being a black end to the Pikachu's tail.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio's Oscar wins. Despite winning his first Oscar award in 2016 for his role in The Revenant, many people believe that he had won ones for other movies like The Titanic and What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Yeah, no, I can't believe there's even skepticism about this. Don't you remember, like, the
Everyone
big
was
thing
so upset about
that he
it.
had never gotten an Oscar before, and he so surely deserved one, and he had never gotten one prior. I agree that the Titanic and What's Eating Gilbert's Grape warranted maybe an Oscar, but no, there's no question that he had actually.
Yeah, I feel like
one.
I've never second guessed that. That's never been a Mandela
If
effect.
anything, I would have guessed that he still hasn't gotten Oscars.
Yeah, that would be my guess
I'm
too.
closer to that.
Well, because I think the Revenant, he did a really good job, but it's definitely not what I consider his best movie of all time.
No, I agree with that.
But next up, Darth Vader doesn't say, "Luke, I am your father." "Luke, I am your father" is probably one of the greatest misremembered lines in Star Wars history. However, the line is simply, "No, I am your father."
Yeah, I've heard this one before. I distinctly remember Luke.
"Luke, I am your father" is always what I said. Yeah, so weird one.
The Sinbad Genie movie doesn't exist? What is this? If you need further proof than the 90s were a weird decade in history, check this odd Mandela effect example. Some people swear that there is a Genie movie starring comedian Sinbad. However, it was never made. Realists think that they may have been getting it confused with the film Chasm starring the basketball player Shaquille O'Neal.
Really?
That's strange.
That is very, very strange.
I've never heard of that one.
We are at 65 balls dropped on this one, so we're about to give out a $24.80 must-go prize to Cheryl, splitting it with just one over at the Happy Hour bar, and Cheryl over at Mars Brothers Liquor.
Nicely done to those winners in this game number 5. We're about to begin enrolled in a game number 6 as we talk about a few last Mandela effects.
Oh yeah, life isn't always like a box of chocolates. Forrest Gump might have been one of Tom Hanks' most memorable roles, with one of the most misremembered lines. It seems like the majority of film buffs remember Forrest Gump stating that his mama always said, "Life is like a box of chocolates." Turns out that he actually said life was like a box of chocolates. Maybe Tom Hanks was actually a time traveler. That's funny.
Yeah, I always thought it was life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Interesting. All right, our next one is many MASH viewers remember the death of one of the main lovable characters, Colonel Walter Radar O'Reilly, portrayed by the actor Gary Burroff. However, the character remained alive and well until his send-off episodes of Season 8 of the series.
That's funny. Well, I guess I've never watched MASH, so I wouldn't know that one. Let's see. 14. Lucy, you've got some splaining to do. Was never actually said on the iconic sitcom I Love Lucy. The people who remember the famous catchphrase by Lucy's husband, Ricky Ricardo, as "Lucy, you have some splaining to do," might be living in a different universe. Instead, Ricky was filmed saying, "Splaining that if you can," and Lucy splain.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah. Next up, it has to do with Cruella DeVille's last name.
No.
If you're a lover of Disney movies and dogs, chances are you've seen the 1960s hit 101 Dalmatians. However, there is a song about Cruella that has a common misconception that her last name is spelled DeVille, D-E-V-I-L-L-E, instead of D-E-V-I-L. This is quite fitting for the peculiar Disney villain.
Ah, okay. So they didn't ruin it as much as I thought they were going to. I got really worried for a second.
That's still an odd spelling.
It definitely is an odd spelling. I wouldn't have expected it, but
Yes.
definitely makes me less frustrated than
That's all right.
other Mandela effects.
Yes.
We do have balls dropping in this game at number 6, so
Mm-hmm.
make sure you guys are getting after it. We got people 22 balls away. We'll see if anybody can get the win. I need some out there. Just makes me. Oh yeah, the SpongeBob. But next up, double stuffed Oreo versus double stuffed Oreos with one F, or was it with two Fs in the stuff? Maybe we're just busy dunking over our favorite after-school cookie into an ice-cold glass of milk to notice, but there isn't actually a second F in double stuffed Oreo packaging.
Yeah, there's only one F.
Wow.
Yes. Next up, meet the Flintstones. Even though you have probably been pronouncing or singing their theme song, the name of the beloved animated family as the Flintstones, its actual name is the prehistoric family of Flintstones. Is that the same? What difference is it?
I don't know. I think.
Oh, Flintstones, and it's actually pronounced Flintstones.
Oh,
There's another T in there.
Oh, instead of Flintstones,
Flintstones.
it's Flintstones.
Yes.
I've always been saying Flintstones.
Yeah.
Definitely some weird stuff. We do have another one, Smokey Bear. Some may think that Smokey Bear is the actual name of the famous bear, informing us that we could only prevent forest fires. It actually, the lovable park ranger bear is simply named Smokey Bear, not Smokey the Bear.
Yeah, growing up, I always thought it was Smokey the Bear, but I definitely noticed it more adult.
That's
It's
Smokey
only
Bear.
Smokey Bear.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Next up, 59 United States. Wait, 59D United States. What does this mean? Most of us can recall learning about the 50 states that blossomed from 13 original colonies when we were taught about early American history. However, most people swear about learning 51 or 52. This may be due to the inclusion of added territories to the U.S. like the Virgin Islands or Puerto Rico.
We do have a winner as we got Randy Pat over at Onavia Vets Club taking home that Musco prize of $20. Good job, Randy Pat, as we're getting enrolled into a game number 7. But the last one we'll go over for today in the random Mandela facts. We got Kit Kat versus Kit Kat with an apostrophe in the middle.
With a dash.
With a dash in the middle, that's what I mean. Kit Kat may look correct to you, and you are not alone to thinking so that the Kit Kat with the dash in the middle is correct. However, the classic chocolate bar has never had a hyphen in between Kit and Kat. The correct way to spell it is actually Kit Kat with no hyphen in between.
But I thought there was a hyphen on packaging.
No, I don't think there is.
Interesting.
Yeah, no hyphen.
I don't like it.
Definitely some funny Mandela effects there. But today's bigger than just the random Mandela effects. We're actually talking about Nelson Mandela because it's Nelson Mandela International Day. And it's a day to actually push people to try and make the world a better place just like he did.
Absolutely, but you guys have just under a minute and a half to get enrolled in this game number 7. We have that minor prize officially over $100, so if it doesn't go out here, it's going to be clicking up from 52 to 56 when we get enrolled in game number 8. We also have $8,477 on that major and $121,015 on that mega. We are so excited to be giving out some cash, and you guys have just about a minute to do so.
Oh yeah, but as you guys are getting after these, getting enrolled in this game, we got our next national day. It's National Hamilton's Day. National Hamilton's Day recognizes the face on the $10 bill and what you can purchase. On July 18th, check out what you can get for your Hamilton. Yeah. Do you? What is something? Let's say $10 bill when you were a child. What do you spending that $10 bill on?
Probably candy.
Candy. What kind of candy?
Whatever $10 will get me.
Whatever $10 will get you.
Yeah, a drink
You just
and
randomly.
then candy. Yeah.
Random.
I've never been one to really target candy. I'm kind of just like, let's look at them browse and see what feels good, you know?
See what feels good about it.
Yeah.
Okay, was it gummy chocolate?
Usually a mix of both. I like having a little. I like having
having
options.
Variety.
Yes, because it wasn't always for one sitting, you know. It could be like my park candy that I go straight to the playground with my friend that we got the $10 to go to the gas station with.
Yeah.
And then I'll have like my chocolate for like after dinner, and I'll have
Okay.
that as like my dessert for later in the day.
Ah,
Yes.
Smart stuff.
Strategic.
Smart stuff.
What
right
about you?
there.
$10. What are you getting?
$10. I'm going to the gas station.
Yeah.
I'm getting myself a Sprite.
Okay.
I'm getting myself a pack of white cheddar popcorn. That the Simply
Yeah,
Life.
the black bag.
Yeah, the Simply Life popcorn. Then I'm going to also grab myself a Kit Kat
Yes.
and a bag of Swedish fish.
Yeah, you can probably get more than that for your $10.
But that's what I'm just gonna keep.
That's what you're staying with?
That's what I'm staying with.
That's a
Any
good little
extra
haul.
cash is gonna be saved for the next run.
Okay,
Yeah, there you go.
fair enough.
Yeah, right there. I think
It's
that's
a good little.
I think that's a great haul right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely some tasty stuff. And I think right now, if I'm getting it right now, that's definitely going over $10.
Yeah.
Maybe as a kid, it was
See,
gonna
I'm
be under
thinking
$10.
of- yeah,
The
I'm thinking
pricing
we
of
were
all that
kids.
stuff, all the pricing of that stuff when we were kids, definitely
Oh, yeah.
could have stayed under $10. But we do have 40 balls dropped in this game. We're seeing if anybody can take home a prize. 49 balls or less to take home the Mega and Major, but the minor prize you just have to take home in 52 balls or less. We'll see if we give it out. If we don't, it will be clicking up from 52 to 56.
Now, have you ever seen the play Hamilton?
No.
Did you ever go for school?
No, I never went to see Hamilton.
Yeah, I never got the opportunity either.
Yeah, I never went and watched it. I got really into the soundtrack for it. I really enjoyed that. I think I watched maybe some TV, like
Clips of it.
clips of it and stuff like that, but I never actually watched it live or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, would you ever have an interest in it?
Oh yeah, for sure. I love going to plays. I think that's really, really entertaining.
All right, we got a winner.
Yeah, cold as ice over at Municipal Liquor Store Akeley, taking home that $28.20 must-go prize.
You're as cold as ice. Are you willing to sacrifice?
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. But we are now getting enrolled into a game number 8, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play. And that jackpot should be clicking up from 52 to 56. But you're talking about Hamilton. Yeah, I enjoy going to watch plays, and so I think I would definitely be up for going to watch just Hamilton in general.
Absolutely. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But as you guys know, you got just about 2 minutes to get enrolled in this next game.
Have you ever been to a play?
8. No.
You've
I've been
never-
to a ballet
You've been to a ballet.
multiple times.
Yeah, is a ballet similar to a play?
Well, a play has talking and lines and stuff, whereas a ballet, there's no talking.
But like when you go to like see the Nutcracker ballet, like that kind of tells a storyline
Yeah,
without.
it's kind of like a play.
But it's like a wordless play.
Yeah, it's just a theatrical performance.
Okay, because that's almost it's like so different than like what I would normally think of when I think of ballet, like the Nutcracker performance. Just because that's like it tells such a story throughout it, and it's somewhere in between a play and a ballet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely a cool one. So you've been to those. You've been to.
And all ballets tell stories, like this Tale of the Swan Lake and everything like that.
Yeah, but some of them don't. They don't have characters and stuff
That's
like that
true.
that go with it. Yeah, where like I feel like the Nutcracker's the only one where I've really seen like actual like characters with it and everything. Like I don't know. Like I haven't been to a lot of ballets. The only one I think I've ever like seen is like a Nutcracker version of one, and that was when I was really little.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't have any more information about the ballet?
Not really. I mean, it's just a ballet.
All right. Well, then we'll move on to our next national day, to National Sour Candy Day.
All right. This is a pretty exciting one. Right
Oh,
up your
yeah.
alley.
Love sour candy. July 18th is National Sour Candy Day. Adults and children alike will enjoy lip-puckering, eye-watering flavors. Choose your favorite sour candy and celebrate.
Absolutely. Okay, what's your favorite top 5 sour candies?
Top 5 sour candies. Well, the number one obviously has to be sour octopus.
Obviously.
Obviously, you have to be sour
Most
octopus.
blatant choice there is.
I mean, they're one of the best out there. Like no joke. People need to get on the whole entire sour octopus. You get the benefits of both a sour gummy worm and a gummy bear in one packaging. Do you even know how you do? Or do you need me to explain it to you?
You can explain it.
I can explain it. Okay, so the legs, they're basically gummy worms.
Yeah.
And then the body of the squid is basically
Wow.
a gummy bear.
Never would have seen that coming.
It's crazy. It's so good. It's
I can't
so
say
tasty.
that I've ever had sour octopuses.
Yeah. It's made by Trolley.
Octopi.
So it's made by the same. It's made by some of your guys' favorites, gummy candy.
The company that originated the gummy worm.
Exactly. And so that's right up there, number one. Then I'll
Octopus.
go for number 2, which
Okay.
is my favorite flavor and my favorite one to probably personally eat, and that's the Sour Patch Kid at number 2.
Okay. Original pack?
Original pack, yeah.
Okay.
For sure the original pack. And then I'll probably go with another Sour Patch Kid brand, and I'll probably go with the Sour Watermelon.
All right. That's at 3. What's at 4?
Oh, am I doing a whole full top 5?
I was thinking so, but you
Okay.
can stop at top 3 if you'd like.
Yeah, I was gonna do top 3, but I can definitely go to top 5. I'm gonna then go with sour gummy worms as the next one, and then the final one I'm gonna do warheads for nostalgia purposes.
Right on, right on. My favorite would probably have to be the. Probably the Sour Patch Strawberry.
Sour Patch
the
Strawberry.
new strawberry pack that they just came out with.
That's your favorite right now?
Yeah, I'd have to say that might be my favorite sour candy. Next up, the Very Berry Trolley gummy worms.
Okay, that's
I like that
tasty
pack.
stuff.
3 would probably have to be those nerd clusters. It's not really
I
that
was gonna say,
sour.
that's not sour, is
That's
it?
kind of sour.
I think it's sour, unless you consider nerd sour. We got B. Mullies over at Mulligan's Pub, taking home that Musco prize of $34.80. Good job, B. Mullies. So are you saying that you find nerds sour?
They're kind of like tangy, yeah.
They're tangy?
It doesn't have sour sugar on it, but I think it's kind of tart.
You think it's kind of tart? Okay,
Yeah.
so you're going to put it in that category of sour candy?
Yeah, I don't like a lot of. I don't eat like a whole ton of sour candy.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
so yeah, it's definitely up there.
I just wouldn't put it in the category of sour candy.
Well, that's okay.
Well.
You also had Warheads in your top 5, and you would not catch me with Warheads in my top 5.
Oh, yeah, no, but Warheads are sour candy. I think that's,
Yes.
I'm not putting non-sour candies in my top 5 of sour candies.
Okay. Would you like me to retract my statement?
No,
then?
you can keep it. You seem pretty set on the whole entire.
I'm already
nerds
struggling
being
to pick
sour
my
candy.
top 5. I'm already struggling to find 2 more. Probably just regular Sour Patch Kids, the original pack, and then I don't know, what's another sour candy?
I mean, there's a bunch of the Sour Patch Kid brands, obviously. You got sour gummy bears, gummy worms, sour octopus. You got. What are other sour?
Oh, you look up sour candies and Nerd Clusters comes up.
Nerd clusters come up. Wow. Okay, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. You can have it.
I mean, Airheads aren't that. Ooh,
extreme.
sour punch bits.
Sour punch bits.
That's a nostalgia thing. Like Warheads for you. When I was at dance
Okay.
recitals, this was like the sour candy we got.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like a bottom of the pack, like sour candy for me.
I have maybe eaten it like 4 times in my life,
but
but
for nostalgia purposes, that has to be
yeah,
up there.
yeah.
I feel that definitely some great stuff there. Well, hopefully you guys can enjoy some sour candy on today. Ben was saying that he was hoping he could enjoy some sour candy on today as well. Next up on our National Day list, the final National Day, as we are getting enrolled into a game number 9, and that's National Caviar Day.
That's right, and on July 18th, National Caviar Day recognizes a seafood delicacy of roe on toast. This day also raises awareness of the survival of the sturgeon.
Yeah, because most caviar comes from sturgeon.
I actually did not know that.
Yes, but it comes from a bunch of different other things as well. But let's find some fun facts about caviar. And the first one is caviar Russian? Did you know that the word caviar is not Russian? Russian call it ikra. But the word itself hails from the Turkish havyar, which comes from
Kaya, which is the Persian word for egg.
Interesting. Okay, how old is caviar?
The oldest written account of caviar dates back to the 1240s. During the epoch of Mongol ruler Bato Khan, the grandson of Genghis Khan.
Wow. Interesting. Most of the world's caviar produces in Caspian Sea, which is bordered by Russia, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan. I don't know how to say that next one.
Azerbaijan, as well as Iran.
Yes, definitely some great stuff there. Who produces caviar? The people who make caviar are called
Iranshtik?
Yeah, before making it, they must undergo an apprenticeship that lasts anywhere from 10 to 15 years.
That's insane.
That is ridiculous.
All to have the art of selling fish eggs.
That is crazy.
The world's best caviar is produced by three varieties of sturgeon: the beluga sturgeon, the Russian sturgeon, and the selate sturgeon.
Wow. Wait till you hear about how much the most expensive beluga sturgeon caviar is.
I can only imagine. Isn't it? I don't know if it's necessarily in the millions, but
it's not in the millions.
It's in the 100,000s at least.
No, it's not quite
it's
that.
Not.
But it's per unit, so it definitely could
I
get
know
there.
some people who spend a pretty penny on caviar.
Yeah, we'll get into it. But what color does caviar have? Real caviar ranges in color from light to dark gray and yellow gray to brown black. Red caviar doesn't come from sturgeon. It actually comes from salmon roe.
Yeah, salmon roe is what I most commonly eat. But we have TNT over at Eagles Elk River taking home that Musco prize, $45 going out to you in this game number 9. That means we're about to be enrolled in a game number 10 where that minor prize is going to be clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less.
Well, did you know that serving caviar on a silver utensil is a sin? Metal adversely affects the flavor of this delicacy. Instead, use spoons made with mother of pearl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you don't want to use metal on your caviar.
Yeah, I've heard of using things made with mother of pearl before, but I didn't know that you couldn't use...
That there was a reason why you don't use metal appliances.
Yeah, and the most expensive caviar, well, the highest quality of beluga caviar is called almaz, which means the diamond in Russian, and is sold only by a London caviar house and is packaged in roughly 24-karat gold in a round 24-karat gold box, costing around 40,000 euros per kilo.
Yeah, what is 40,000 kilos?
Not that far
euros.
off.
Yeah, you'll look that up as I talk a little bit more.
$40,599.
Okay, so very, very similar.
Yeah, I would say not that far off.
Caviar nutritional properties. Although it is high in sodium and cholesterol, caviar is rich in calcium and phosphorus, as well as protein, iron, magnesium, and vitamin B12 and B6.
Yeah, and caviar should never be frozen, as it will end up mushy. It is best to serve in crystal or a glass bowl over ice.
Really?
Yeah, well, I have never had actual caviar that you just eat with tapas or crackers or with even just with a spoon. I eat a lot of salmon roe and that type of fish egg on sushi.
On sushi, okay, and that's what more commonly comes on sushi
Yes,
than
like,
your regular like black-looking
that is
caviar.
way more expensive.
Oh, that's
way more expensive. They're bigger. There's a lot more to the process.
Okay.
Whereas like last night when I got sushi, you saw those red dots that were on top. That's fish eggs.
Oh, okay.
That is salmon roe.
So that's really interesting.
I just had it last night, actually.
Wow, that is so fun. Me and Will were talking about it, and Will was saying that he doesn't think that he may not even give caviar a shot if he was able to get.
I would be surprised if he ever tries caviar in his life.
If he did, and I was saying, I was like, why not? I was like, you don't like, he doesn't like scrambled eggs. He's not a big egg guy. Even
nothing like scrambled eggs.
Oh yeah, but he like couldn't get over the fact that he was eating
Yes.
eggs, and I was like, but you've tried scrambled eggs because you wanted to try what everyone was talking about.
Yeah.
And I was like, but you're refusing to do that for the C version that is an even higher delicacy than scrambled eggs. You're saying you would try out scrambled eggs over caviar. And so then I think I did a little bit of convincing for him. But
I would love to try it.
I definitely would love to give it a shot.
I would love it. Honestly, this is going to be a weird thing, but you kind of burst them in your mouth. It's kind of like boba. I think I would really enjoy it.
I would not enjoy that at all, but I'm still going to try it because I need to know what it's like. I need to know.
And at least you can say you've tried it. That's all you can say, or all you can ask for at the end of the day.
Exactly. I want to try all the foods out there. We do have a bunch of players 7 balls away. 42 balls dropped in this game as we got that minor prize at 60 balls or less. We'll see if we can give it out in this game as people are creeping closer. We got a little bit of Twins news to get into. Not good Twins news, but we are on a little bit of a break right now, so I guess it's the only news we got. They are 50-44 so far this season, and the White Sox walloped the Minnesota Twins 11-0 on Sunday night to surge into the break by winning 3 out of 4 games against the first-place Twins.
Dirty.
But we do have some actual good Twins news.
Do we?
As the Twins just had their MLB draft.
All right, we'll have to take a little peek and see what that's looking like.
Yes, I definitely would like to see this one. And let's see what MLB.com's got for us as Minnesota lands one of the best draft's best college bats in Lee. That's really cool.
Before you get into all that, we got Scarlett over at Mama T's Castle Tap taking away that must-go prize, $94.40 going out to you in this game number 10. Just 2 balls off from that minor. Hopefully, we're going to be giving it out in game number 11 as that minor is going to be clicking up from 60 to 64 balls.
Yeah, it should be some really, really fun stuff. So continue to get enrolled and press play as that minor prize is definitely has a huge likelihood of going out in this game. That mega and major prize still 49 balls or less to win, so keep on getting enrolled for this one. But as the Twins draft room filled up at around 2 p.m. on Sunday afternoon, they had very little sense of how the top of the draft would unfold, with the expectation that there would be a run of top hitters ahead of them. But then came a pair of surprises. Both the Rangers at number 3 and the Cubs at number 7 selected pitchers, leaving the Twins quite excited that they were able to select switch-hitting shortstop Brock Lee, viewed as possibly the top college hitter in the class with the number 8 selection of the 2022 MLB draft. Yeah, if Kerma Rocker at number 3 pushed Brock Lee to us, great. Twin Scout Director Sean Johnson said, "It's hard to say who made who fall to our pick, but regardless of who caused it, the domino for the dominoes to trickle, there we are ecstatic."
All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Lee was ranked number 5 among draft prospects by the MLB Pipeline after showing off otherworldly bat-to-ball skills, according to his scouting report, while hitting a .357, a .462, and a .664 with 15 homers and 25 doubles, while rarely striking out in 58 games as a junior in the 2022 at Cal Poly, where he played for his father, head coach Larry Lee. The Twins are hopeful that he will grow into an impact power and to accentuate the stellar hit tool.
Yeah, that's really cool stuff. We are hoping to get a player who would make it to our picks, who maybe we didn't think would absolutely get there, Johnson said. Brock Lee fits that bill. Our room was thrilled when we were able to select him, and he made it down that far. You just know how the board is going to fall. As fortunate as the Twins felt to have Lee fall to their pick, it's similarly fortunate that Lee has made it to this point in his career. In October 2019, during the preseason inter-squad game during his first fall at Cal Poly, Lee snapped his lateral a ligament in his knee and his bicep hamstring femoris hamstring muscle while running out a ground ball. Lee said that the doctor told him there have only been a few dozen such injuries in recent history.
Ouchie.
Yeah, after undergoing surgery that had only been performed a few times prior, according to MLB.com, Jonathan Mayo, Lee was a miraculous recovery and immediately slotted in as Cal Poly's best hitter in 21 when he posted a 1.01 OPS, which he improved to 1.126 as a junior in 22. In between, he posted a 405, .405, .32, and .667 line against strong competition in Cape Cod League.
All right.
That's awesome stuff. That's super, super exciting to see us get a big-time prospect like that could have a big contribution early.
Absolutely. We are officially in this game number 1150 balls dropped. We have that minor at a whopping $517.50 or 64 balls or less, and that minor prize, or that must go, I should say, at $145. We're going to be looking out to give some great money out this round, and we have a whole slew of you guys in line to take it home.
Oh yeah, but to just go over, since we're not going to break down everyone like we did Brock Lee, we had our second pick in the draft went to it was Connor Pralip, left-handed pitcher. But before we get too much into that, we have a jackpot winner, over $600 going out to Forget You D over at VFW Austin, winning that in 59 balls. Definitely a good win for a big-time player, Forget You D.
Absolutely. Nicely done. That is a great jackpot, over $62. Nicely done.
Wow. Good job, Forget You D. We got 2 minutes and 25 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 12. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play so we can give out some more of these jackpots. But that looks like all who we have drafted so far in this one. No, it looks like we also got a few more.
Schrobel.
Yeah, Tanner Schrobel, a shortstop, right-handed pitcher, Andrew Morris, shortstop, Ben Ross, I don't know how to say his name.
Joral Ortega.
Yeah, second baseman. Kyle Jones, right-handed pitcher. Zebby Matthews, right-handed pitcher. Corey Lewis, right-handed pitcher. And Dalton Sheffield, a shortstop.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah, well, glad to see a bunch of players getting added to our Minnesota Twins team. Hopefully we can enjoy the draft, take a little bit of break, reset, and get ready for these upcoming games this weekend as we take on the Tigers at 7:10 p.m. this Saturday.
Absolutely, but if you want to show some support in the meantime and their little bit of off days in these coming days, you can play our awesome E-Tab game, Twins Win. It's a great one that we've teamed up with them for, and you can check out that Home Run Derby bonus round and pick a lucky batter to win some Grand Slam prizes.
Oh, yeah, but we got some Twins standings. Well, it's actually the combination of the Twins and Vikings standings, creating the Twiking zone. And on the player side of these standings, in 10th place, getting bumped back from 9th, we got Player over at Poppers with 13,000 points. Getting bumped back from 8th into 9th, we got T-Bone over at Poppers, tying it up with getting bumped back from 7th into 9th. No Show over at Pete's Sports Bar and Grill. They both have 17,000 points. With 22,000 points, moving from unranked to this spot, we got Big Mike over at the Beach Club Bar and Grill. Moving from unranked to 7th, we got Player over at Beer Stoop Inver Grove Heights with 23,000 points. That big-time winner that took home $8,000 over the weekend. 6th place, getting bumped back from 5th, we got Jules over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 24,000 points. With 28,000 points in 5th place, we got Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven. 4th place is Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine with 32,000 points. With 40,000 points in 3rd place, getting bumped back from 2nd, we got Red over at American Legion Fridley. 2nd place, moving up from 3rd, we got Simbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 42,000 points. And with 52,000 points in 1st place, we got Loser Dave over at Finlayson Municipal Bar.
Very cool stuff. I can't wait to see what's going to be happening. Make sure you guys are coming out each and every day at lunchtime to try your hand at getting into these standings. And on the location side of things, we had 3 newcomers jumping in from unranked. Starting it off in 10th place, previously unranked, we have Bedrock over in South Haven with 19,000 points. 9th place, also previously unranked, it's Beer Stoop Inver Grove Heights, sitting with 24,000. Then jumping in from unranked right into a tie in 7th place, it's the Beach Club Bar and Grill and Lakeland, tying it up with our place on 3rd and Faribault. They both have 27,000. 6th place getting pushed back from 5th, it's VFW Blaine with 34,000. In 4th, or getting pushed back from 4th now into 5th place, it's Poppers in Virginia with 36,000. Now jumping up from 6th all the way to 4th place, pushing those 2 locations back, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 46,000 points. But with 57,000 points, in 3rd place it's Corky's Bar in South Haven. 2nd place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 109,000. But with 123,000 points in 1st place, we have American Legion Fridley.
Well, good job to all those locations, killing it so far in this season 12. But we are already in a game number 12 in this Jackpot Hunter. And we got Lorme in 5 balls away, as well as many other players now 4 balls away. We'll see who can take this not jackpot, Musco prize of $27 in this game number 12. But we are listening to a E-Tab game. It's a great E-Tab game, Wild Walleye. You guys can play it with Hit the Lake and see if you can fish yourself up some major jackpots in that bonus round. But if that's not your style, we got a bunch of different ones we can talk about. But we got B. Mullies over at Mulligan's Pub, taking home $27 on that Musco prize.
Nicely done in this game number 12. We're going to be enrolled in a game number 13 now. And yeah, Wild Walleye is the perfect E-Tab game for a little bit of summer fun. But if that doesn't sound up to your speed, we have over 50 different charitable E-Tab games with such variety of different themes for you guys to choose from. I guarantee you'll find something you'll love, even if it is just that 85% payout that ends up with huge prizes up to $1,500 in your pocket. All of these games even have small bets between 50 cents and $5, awesome bonus rounds, and free play as well.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. You guys just got 2 minutes to get enrolled in this game. And we got a little bit of music history to get into, as in 2018, Billy Joel plays his 100th concert at Madison Square Garden, becoming the first musician to hit that mark at the storied venue. New York State declares Billy Joel Day in his honor.
As they should.
That is awesome. Awesome. I mean, that is crazy to play in one place 100 times. And for that place, for you to revisit the same venue, then that place be Madison Square Garden is the place where you've had 100 concerts at. That is crazy.
I wonder who else has accomplished that feat. I'm sure not many.
I'm guessing it's just Billy Joel, since he was the first one to do it, and it was only in 2018 that he did it.
Yeah, I think that's hilarious that New York State declared Billy Joel Day in his honor.
Yeah, I would love to find out if there is anybody else who has went for that since he got it in at that time. Yeah, Billy Joel celebrated his 100th show at Madison Square Garden by bringing out surprise guest Bruce Springsteen for
Wow.
two.
Euphoric songs. Yeah, this spanned from his first concert ever performed there on December 14th, 1978, all the way until July 19th to 2018.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure nobody else is even compared with that spanning of 3 decades worth of concerts
That
to get
is so-
100 concerts done.
That is so cool. That is really, really cool stuff. Well, we do have some more celebrity birthday. It's not
Some
celebrity.
music day.
Some music day in history to get into, but definitely a fun one. As Billy Joel on today played his 100th concert at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, but next up in 1953, on this day, the 18-year-old Elvis Presley, a truck driver by trade, stops in Memphis recording service, later renamed the Sun Studios, paid $3.98 to record 2 songs that were My Happiness and That's When Your Heartache Begins.
Yeah, just a funny story to a star of a legendary career.
Yeah, that's insane. I think I've heard That's When Your Heartache Begins.
Yeah, big time music. I don't know if I've heard either of those songs. I probably have at some point, but I don't remember either of those songs for sure. But I want to watch the new Elvis Presley movie. As my grandpa came over to our apartment, and he said it was a really, really good movie.
Every single person who has seen it. I have not seen one bad review of it.
Yeah, yeah. Even the people who I think a lot of people were struggling to get over the whole entire that Austin Butler from Han Montana, like our Disney Nickelodeon shows, was playing a Elvis Presley, and I think that took everyone back a little bit. But as I think even the people who don't know it as him, they're saying, oh, he did a really good job, and then the people who do know it's him, they're like, wow, he really changed my opinion of him in that movie.
Yeah, even Priscilla is saying that it was incredibly well done, which was really interesting to see. But
yeah, I want to look up the movie as Austin Butler plays Elvis Presley, Tom Hanks. You guys, a bunch of other big-time actors and actresses in it, and it should be a really, really fun movie.
yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I have not heard one bad review. It had an $85 million budget, and Austin Butler completely engrossed himself in this character and did method acting, which was something that was not necessarily his prerogative before on projects, but he said that he even had a mild identity crisis getting off the set because he was so engrossed in who he thought Elvis was.
That's really, really cool. We do have 60 balls dropped in this game in number 13, and we got a winner as Milton 187 over at Ottertail Supper Club is taking home $22.80 in this game number 13. We're about to be getting rolled into a game number 14, so make sure you guys are getting rolled and press and play. But a little synopsis of what you'll be getting yourself into if you decide to go watch the Elvis Presley movie. And it's from his rise to fame to his unprecedented stardom. Rock and roll icon Elvis Presley maintains a complicated relationship with his anemic manager, Colonel Tom Parker, which is played by Tom Hanks. Over the course of 20 years, central to Presley's journey and happiness is one of the most influential people in his life, Priscilla. That's really, really cool. I'm excited to watch it. I think I'm waiting for it to get out of theaters before I end up watching it, just because I'll want to talk about it while I'm watching it with somebody.
Agree.
But it definitely is one that I've heard a lot of good stuff about.
Absolutely. I think that it's going to be a lot of fun. I was a little skeptical at first. Like you said, I am someone who grew up watching Austin Butler and his kind of rom-com comedy and childhood classic
And so
movies.
watching him as like a serious, like Elvis Presley.
You only really see him as Austin Butler. But
Yeah. See, right when I first saw him, because I didn't know him too well until you've very much explained where he's been in and what I've seen him in.
Yeah.
And so I guess I've seen him more than I thought I had. but I definitely didn't identify him with any role kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so when I saw him, I was like, oh, he looks like he could definitely play
That's
Elvis Presley.
awesome.
And you're like, no, he looks nothing like Elvis Presley. And I think a lot of people are even saying that he won them over while watching the movie. That it was like, oh, he did play a great and looked great as Elvis Presley.
I definitely want to give it more of a shot. I'd be definitely willing to go watch it.
Oh, that's going to be some fun stuff. Hopefully we can watch it sometime soon. But you guys just have 45 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 14 of Jackpot Hunter Bingo. And we got that minor prize at $82, 52 balls or less to win. A major prize of $8,864, 49 balls or less to win that one. A mega prize of $121,413, 49 balls or less to win that one as well. As we got a little bit of PGL news to talk about.
That's right, and if you guys don't know, you have to sign up at pgl.world. Not only once you're a member of the Pilot Gambling League will you be able to compete for those PGL points against each other, but you'll also have access to insider information like a monthly newsletter that has a lot of important stuff that comes out. Just the latest one was the one that I've recently announced the opening details of what's going to be happening at PyCon, and you guys absolutely need to sign up at pgl.world to get that info.
Oh yeah, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of that information right here, right now, as PyCon 2022 is happening on Thursday, September 15th. We are going back to the Ledge Amphitheater in Waite Park. We had such a great time over there last year. This year's special guest is going to be the legendary ZZ Top, selling over 50 million records. The rock and roll Hall of Famers will be playing all their hits at a very special private event just for you. Come out and hear all about the new products and games from Pilot Games. Meet with legislators and hear some great tunes. Registration is free for players and is required for entry. We will be sending out registration details shortly, so stay tuned to your email as we will be sending them out very, very soon. And you want to be one of those first players to be filling that out, as that event will be getting filled up super quickly.
Absolutely. We sold out last year. I can only imagine there's going to be more of you trying to come out this year. So absolutely make sure you guys are in the know about when you guys need to sign up for PyCon. But if you guys need a little bit more of an incentive to sign up at pgl.world, what's more than better than a little bit of spotlight action that we give all the new players who sign up? Because we love seeing all those new player names who sign up, and we're going to highlight them right now.
Yeah, we got Arctic Bully, NMO, Dilly Bars, D-How 1990, True Blood 1, On the DL, JoJo, Soup Chuck, KD Doctor 1977, Mary, Duck Hunter, Test Account 1, White Claw, Connie, Koja 21, Edgar, Dr. U-Turns, Joni, Stinky P, and T-Cal.
Absolutely, some awesome new names signing up, and so hopefully we can see you guys come out for tomorrow night and Wednesday night for our two specialty nights, our MegaSota game night, as well as that TwinsWinsDay.
Oh yeah, it should be some fun stuff, and maybe you can get into our top 10 PGL standings.
Ooh.
But before we get into these top 10 PGL standings, we've clicked over on all of our jackpots in this game and are waiting to see who's going to be taking home this $16.20 Musco prize, as Ren is 6 balls away, but I feel like it's off a little bit. Yep, there it is. Trying over at VFW Dilworth is taking home that $16.20 Musco prize.
Nicely done trying. That was game number 14. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 15, and that just means that you guys need to get that minor over $100 in this next enrolling screen. And so that way, if it doesn't go out in this game number 14, in game number 15, that's when that ball count will start to increase.
Oh, for sure. But the PGL standings. In 10th place, moving from unranked on Wednesday to this spot, we got Forget You D over at VFW Austin with 113,055 points. With 114,780 points in 9th place, getting bumped back from 6th, we got Big Daddy over at American Legion Litchfield. Moving back from 5th into 8th, we got Kugel 01 over at Beck's Pub with 121,010 points. With 125,375 points in 7th place. Getting bumped back from 4th, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill. Getting bumped back from 3rd and 6th, we got Nixon at VFW Roseville with 127,850 points. Getting bumped back from 2nd into 5th, we got Yak 2102 over at the Riverbend Bar and Grill with 130,800 points. 4th place back to 1st, we got Diesel over at Eagle St. James with 140,740 points. Third place, moving up from 7th, big rise for them. Keith over at Village Rockford has 156,795 points. And even bigger rises for these top two players as both of them move from unranked to this spot. Second place is Keys over at Clearwater Corners with 157,560 points. And in first place, we got Burgar over at Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 230,540 points.
Absolutely, some big time stuff for Keeves as well as Burgar coming in from unranked. I can only imagine the chaos that's going to be happening this upcoming week, as it is officially the third week of PGL points.
Yeah, we're in the third week. Tomorrow is going to be the 5th PGL night of this season 12.
That's some exciting stuff, and you guys have just about 40 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 15. We have that minor prize officially over $100. That means if it doesn't go out here, you guys know the drill. It's going to be clicking up 4 balls for you guys in this next game. It's going to be a lot of fun trying to give out this cash for you guys, but you might as well just take it home in 49 balls or less when we get enrolled in this next one and just clean sweep all 3 prizes.
For sure, super excited. So definitely get into this game 15, but you got the location side of the PGL standings.
Well, that's right, and a couple newcomers came in from unranked. Now in 10th place, Charlie's Bar in Rochester sits with 431,075 points. Now coming in from unranked into 9th place, we got Scarta's Bar in St. Paul with 432,185 points. Now getting pushed back all the way from 4th place, now in 8th, it's VFW Dilworth with 451,070 points. 7th place holding on to their spot was VFW Northfield, who sits with 458,490 points. Jumping up from 9th place now into 6th place, it's Cabin Bar in Nicolette with 471,975 points. Another newcomer coming in from unranked, jumping all the way into the middle of our standings. Now in 5th place, it's Rusty Nail Thief River Falls. They sit with 558,130 points. Now our number 1 location got pushed all the way back to 4th place as Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud sits with 596,090 points. 5th place jumped up to 3rd as Miltona Liquor Store took the stage with 642,125 points. 3rd place jumped up to 2nd as Poppers in Virginia, last season's champions, took that spot as they now sit with 732,750 points. Closing in on our 1st place location, who moved up from 2nd just on Wednesday, as Mabel Liquor Store now sits with 741,165 points so far.
Yeah, good job to all those locations, holding on to 1st place spots and everything like that. We'll see if any shakeups can happen tomorrow night, as that's our first PGL night of the week. We do have a little bit of Wild news to get into, as the Minnesota Wild General Manager Bill Guerin today announced that the National Hockey League Club is re-signing forward Mitchell Chaffee as well as Nick Swaney to a 1-year, 2-way contract for the 2022-23 season. Definitely some great stuff there. Some guys that are with us for a long time. Mitchell Chaffee, he had his first NHL debut. He only played 2 games, recorded 0 points, but he was able to get on the ice just last season. We do have a winner in this game, as we have Klee 1,111 over at Onapia Vets Club, taking home that $18.80 Musco prize.
Nicely done. Just 6 balls off from taking home that minor. Getting rolled in this next game, that minor is going to be clicking up in ball count, but if you want to show some support for our Wild in the meantime, you can play our awesome e-tab that we've teamed up with them for, called Let's Go Wild. It's an awesome one. You can even check out that slap shot bonus round to take home some great prizes.
Definitely one of our favorite e-tab games, but one of my favorite parts in our broadcast is going over what's happening where you're fishing at. And we're checking in with Cook County, Lutz and Toft, Grand Marias, Gunflint Trail, and Grand Portage area waters. This is done by Explore Minnesota on July 14th. And according to local charter captains, the fishing on Lake Superior has been essentially fruitful this week. Fishing for trout with spoons and going down to about 140 feet has been showing good results. Fishing along the shores has generated some good hauls as well. Going to the mouths of the rivers and down about 5 to 20 feet seems like it's working well with spoons. On in the lake, walleye have been caught with leeches and live bait. Plastic jigs also seem to be working well. your best shot is to catch them near the shores down about 7-11 feet. Trout has also been good, especially near the mouths of rivers. Live bait and jigs appear to be the best option at about 8 to 14 feet near the shore. As Esther Lake, lake trout is quite good this week, and them mostly being caught with jigs and live bait leeches and night crawlers near the shore and about 18 to 16 feet down. Rainbow trout has also been good, with trolling along the bottom of the lake being your best.
All right, sounds like some good stuff. But as you guys know, I know that you guys are going to be out there taking as many photos as possible of those large catches and plastering them all over Facebook when you're out there on the water. Well, we want to see you do just that while you're playing Pilot games. Whether you're taking home a big jackpot and holding up your favorite E-Tab game, or just having fun with your buddies or best bartender, like you can see in these photos upcoming next to us on this enrolling screen, we want to see you having a blast. You can send in all of those amazing player pictures on your social medias with the hashtag PilotGames on our Facebook page, or you can email them us to jackpots@pilotgames.com.
Definitely some great stuff to just be able to see those player pictures all the time. We actually have a player pick up
That's right.
right now. And it's that $11,927 jackpot. And me and Will were kind of saying that's a different strategy than we've seen with the player picks. You know, she's kind of behind the screen.
She's holding it behind her.
Yeah, so you could kind of just see the eye. She was just kind of sneaking out of it.
A little mysterious.
Definitely a fun one with that one. But we do have balls dropping in this game number 16. We'll see if we can give out that minor prize in 56 balls or less, or if we get lucky, give out a prize in 49 balls or less and just give out everything on our list right here.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. And we got a ton of you guys, 20 balls away now. So remember, when you guys are out there sending those player pictures, but let's try and give these jackpots out.
Oh yeah, but we got a little bit of Vikings news, as you won't find a more soft-spoken superstar in the NFL than Hunter. While Smith is much more outgoing, Hunter has spent his entire career lining up at left defensive end, while Smith has moved all around the edge rusher to linebacker to defensive tackle to honk quarterbacks. They became really close, outside linebacker coach Mike Zimmer said. It's funny because early on Daniel was really quiet. He just kept to himself, and me and Z were kind of looking at each other, and it was funny. D said, well, because the way Z plays, he said, I thought you were going to be a mean and angry guy. Somebody cue Bugs Bunny saying, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship, as now they're really getting along well, and I think that's a really big deal for our football team, as those two being at the top, being the top pass rushers in the NFL will be a huge addition for this team.
Yeah, that's some big stuff, and that's hilarious that they use the Bugs Bunny quote.
Oh yeah. Well, in order for Minnesota Vikings defense to improve from 24th in points allowed, they will need to get better at the their pass front and four. Last year, Hunter and Everson Griffin produced a combined 11 sacks and 64 pressures in just 550 pass rush snaps per PFF. Hunter had a pass rush win rate of 20.1, and Everson wasn't far behind with a 19.3%. For context, those numbers rank 9th and 11th respectively.
Absolutely, but we got a split win between Mikey as well as Clee 11-11. They are both splitting up that $30.40 must-go prize. Nicely done on this game number 16.
Yeah, it should be some great stuff. Well, the Vikings still managed to have 51 sacks, but they sacrificed coverage in order to do so, getting 15.5 of those sacks from either linebackers, corners, or safeties. So not what we wanted to see. But if Hunter and Smith recreate their best season, they'd have 28 sacks by themselves. That potentially has already caused Smith to declare the duo as one of the NFL's best. Smith did miss all of last season except for Green Bay's playoff game because of a back surgery, which he initially agreed on the contract with the Baltimore Ravens at the opening of free agency, but that deal fell through, and we were able to sweep up on that, and now he's going to be paired up with us and with Danielle Hunter, and it should be a really, really good pairing.
Absolutely. It's sounding like it's going to be a really nice fit.
Yeah, I'm super excited. And if you guys want to send support to our Minnesota Vikings, play the great ETAB game, Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in the skull bonus to see if you can win some big prizes.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. But out there, you guys are having a lot of fun with us right now as you guys are playing the little bit of the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter. We have about a minute and 15 seconds to get enrolled in game number 17. Let's get this minor prize over $200. So we get enrolled in game number 19. If it doesn't go out here, it's clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less. We have some great prizes on the line for you guys, but let's try and get these out quickly to you guys, as you guys are going to be taking home some points to compete against each other in our Jackpot Hunter standings as well.
Oh yeah, and our player standings sit like this. In 10th place, we got a Big G over at Enemy Vets Club, getting bumped back from 8th with 9,000 points. Getting moving up from 8th into a 6th place tie, we got Dustball 75 over at Charlie's Sports Bar and Grill, tying it up with a 3-way tie that all got bumped back from 5th into 6th. Crazy Kid at Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, Wolstein at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, and Jay Surma over at Grumpy's Bar and Grill in Roseville, Dustball included. They all have 10,000 points. In 4th place, we have another 2-way tie, both of them getting bumped back from 3rd. We got Tesla over at Friends Bar and Restaurant and Kirby over at American Legion Fridley, both with 11,000 points. With 13,000 points in 3rd place, moving all the way from 8th, doing a lot of this bumping back, we got Chica over at Willie McCoy's of Andover. 2nd place is Lars over at Enemy Vets Club with 17,000 points. With 36,000 points in 1st place, though, the #1 Jackpot Hunter player, Funk, over at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards.
That's some big time stuff, and Funk is definitely leading the pack. We've seen him getting consistent play in, and that's exactly what it takes to hold on to these standings. We've seen him already out there tonight. Hasn't taken home a win, but definitely out there trying. But on the location side of things, we're starting off with an unranked location, coming in and tying it up with another one, as the Barrel House Bar and Cafe in Coon Rapids came in from unranked, tied it up with Country Lounge in St. Paul. They both now have 14,000 in 9th place. A tie was formed in 7th as a Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel and Shady's Railside and Rice both tied it up, both with 15,000. And the location that has 17,000, jumping up from 8th place now into 6th, it's Willie McCoy's of Andover. 5th place, it's with Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop with 26,000. 4th place is American Legion Fridley with 33,000. Also tied, no, that was 4th place. 3rd place is Enemy Vets Club with 38,000 points. Now in 2nd place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park with 39,000. And then with a whopping 78,000 points so far, it's Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids.
Yeah, they're really starting to run away with it in this one. Definitely exciting stuff. But we got 42 balls dropped on this game. We got players 8 balls away. We'll see if we can give out this jackpot in 56 balls or less, or hopefully give out this prize in just 3 balls in 49 balls and give out every jackpot on our list. We got Jimmy, Funk, Kimmy, Terry, Cold as Ice, all out there getting after it. We'll see who can take home this minor prize as we clicked over that mega and major. Only 3 balls away to give it away, and it looks like most everybody is out of line to do so, but I never trust the roller until it finally clicks actually over. And yes, it's moved on to a $34.80 must-go prize. So that means all the jackpots are grown and rolled into this game number, 17, 18?
Game number 18, and we got Cleo 1111 taking the 3rd win in a row. Nicely done, $34.80 going out to you. Get enrolled for game number 18, as we still have some great prizes on the line.
Yeah, as well as some great celebrity birthdays to go over. As the first celebrity birthday on our list, born in 1921, is John Glenn, American astronaut, first American to orbit the Earth, and was a politician as a senator for Ohio.
Very cool stuff. Yeah, John Herschel Glenn Jr. was an American aviator in the United States Marine Corps. He was also an engineer, astronaut, businessman, and politician. He was the 3rd American in space and the 1st American to orbit Earth, circling it 3 times in 1962.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, after Glenn began his 2nd orbit, mission control received a signal that the heat shield designed to prevent the capsule from burning up during re-entry was loose. Although it could have been a fatality signal, mission control took no chances and was able to help him out, as he did almost burn up in re-entry.
Yeah, and when he took his trip and walked on the moon, he was the age of 42. He was the oldest member of the astronaut corps and would likely be close to 50 by the time the lunar landings took place.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, definitely some crazy stuff. Glenn wasn't the first American in space, though. He was the third.
Yes.
After a short flights of Alan Shepard on May 1961 and Virgil Gus Grissom in July 1961, he ended up being the third.
Very, very cool stuff.
That is really, really cool.
Yeah, it's even saying that he even went on to be in some movies.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
What was he in?
He was in the Lazarus Project. He was in
Really?
Mercury 13. I think the real right stuff was based on him.
Oh.
But he was in Pawn Sacrificed. He was in Disaster Movie.
Really, really cool stuff. Happy
Yeah.
birthday, John Glenn. Definitely a really crazy life to live.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, next up, in 1924, we've got Inga Sorensen, the Danish swimmer. She was the youngest known female Olympic Games medalist in an individual event in the Olympic 1936 Olympics, where she won bronze.
12 years old.
That's insane.
When winning an individual medal. Like, it's one thing to win a team medal as someone that young, but a individual medal when you're 12 years old, to be one of the top 3 fastest in a specific event in the entire world seems, just mind-blowing to me.
Yes, 110%.
Doesn't make sense. Does not make sense.
Yeah, she won a bronze medal in the 200-meter breaststroke in the 1936 Summer Olympics in Berlin.
Wow, that is impressive. Next up on our celebrity birthday list, born in 1957, we got Nick Faldo, an English golfer, a U.S. Master in 1989, 90, and 96, and British Open in 1987, 90, and 92.
All right, yeah, he is an English retired professional golfer and television commentator, a top golfer of his era, renowned for his dedication to the game. He was ranked number 1 on the official world golf rankings for a total of 97 weeks.
Wow, that is really, really impressive.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Nick Faldo.
He was also knighted for his services to golf by Queen Elizabeth II in 2009.
That's one way to say, yeah, you're pretty good at golf.
Yeah, he is now known as Sir Nicholas Faldo, and he was named the 2012 Ambassador of Golf by the PGA Tour themselves for fostering the ideals of the game on an international level.
That's awesome. That is a really, really cool story. Happy birthday, Nick Faldo.
Oh my goodness, he is just like an all-around, like, well-circled man.
Yeah.
He has now lived the life of luxury. He's been famous, and he has now moved his family to a small town in Montana where he just wants to live off of while building a charitable trust and developing his own family farm.
That is really, really cool. We do have 56 balls dropped on this one, so that means we've clicked over that prize, and Papa PJ over at the Sunset Grill is taking home that $46.60 Musco prize, 1 ball away from taking home that minor jackpot in that game number 18. We're getting enrolled into a game number 19 with that minor prize, clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less. If you take it home in that same exact ball count, you'll be taking home a jackpot in this game number 19.
Absolutely. So let's get enrolled and get that prize as high as possible so we can get it out in this game. It's going to be a lot of fun. You got 2.5 minutes to do so, and that minor is already at $300. That means if it doesn't go out in this game, in our very next one, in game number 20, we're going to be clicking over from 60 to 64 balls. We're going to be capping off at that 64 ball count, but that cash will continue to grow until it gets in your pocket, but it doesn't need to grow very far, as that ball count makes it extremely doable.
Oh yeah, but we got some more celebrity birthdays to get into.
That's right, and our next one up on our list, in 1967, Vin Diesel was born. Did you guys know that his birth name was actually Mark Sinclair?
I didn't know this before today.
I didn't either. Vin Diesel. Mark Sinclair.
Yeah.
Yes, he is the American actor known for his work in Fast and Furious. He was also in The Pacifier, as well as many other works.
Oh, so much other stuff. Fast and Furious, obviously the big ones. But you got a lot of different. He's Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy. I always forget that they pay him to say Groot a bunch of times.
I am Groot.
He's in the Avatar series, apparently. He's in the newest Avatar movie that's about to come out.
Oh.
Definitely. Cool stuff there.
He's credited in Thor Love and Thunder.
As
Groot. Yes.
As Groot.
Yes. Makes sense.
Yeah,
he's in the Riddick movies.
It's so funny to think that he is Groot.
So strange.
Vin Diesel is Groot.
I know one of his stunt doubles.
Yeah, you do. Your dad's old, was it bouncer?
Yeah, bar back bouncer. I don't really know. I think he was just an expediter, like an all-around helper at the restaurant.
And now
bartender.
Then he went and did, and now he's done some other acting roles.
Now
as
he's
we just
like
watched him.
he's a full-blown actor now.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, it was really cool to be able to see him in a movie. But we have Vin Diesel movies ranked.
Pacifier better be number 1.
And so here we go. Let's see where this lands. We're going to just go with top 10.
Okay.
As at the number 10 spot, we got The Fate of the Furious in 2017, the 8th of the Fast and Furious movies.
All right. At number 9, we have the 6th installment of the Fast and Furious movie.
Fast 5 being at number 8.
Fast 7 at number 7.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 at number 6.
Avengers Infinity War at number 5.
Guardians of the Galaxy number 4.
Saving Private Ryan at number 3.
Wow, I didn't realize he was in that movie.
I didn't either.
Avengers Endgame at number 2.
And the Iron Giant as number 1. I did not know he was in the Iron Giant.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that Jennifer Aniston was in the Iron Giant either.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting stuff there. Happy birthday, Vin Diesel. We do have balls dropping in this game, number 19. As we get into this next celebrity birthday, born in 1971, Alfrey Penny Hardaway, American basketball guard, NBA All-Star from 1995 to 98. All NBA first team in 1995 and in 96. Olympic gold medalist in 1996. Played for the Orlando Magic, Phoenix Suns, New York Knicks, and is just a all-time NBA great.
Yeah, he is now the head coach of the Memphis Tigers.
Oh, yes, he is. The college basketball team.
Really, the American
cool.
Athletic Conference, yeah.
I know, he's been doing a good job of pulling a lot of recruits to that school. Yeah, just one of those really iconic basketball players. He's known for being one of those guys who duoed with Shaquille O'Neal when he was really early on in his career. But I don't think I was ever able to win a ring.
Yeah, no, he was not ever to get a ring, but he became the 3rd player to ever enter the Hall of Fame. Becoming the 3rd player to enter the Hall of Fame.
I don't think he's the 3rd player to enter the Hall of Fame.
I know, that doesn't make sense.
No. Is he the 3rd player to enter without a ring?
Probably.
The Hall of Fame? Maybe. I don't know.
That would make more sense.
But they worded that funny.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Penny Hardaway, one of the most, definitely an iconic basketball player. We do have 60 balls dropped on this one as we're trying to give out the minor prize, and we're not giving it out in this game, number 19, meaning we're working on an $87.20 must-go prize, and we got a winner.
Kimmy over at Niswa Legion is taking away that $87.20 must-go prize in this game, number 19. Everyone get enrolled in this game, number 20. This miner is going to be clicking up to 64 balls or less. It is going to be going out.
Oh, for sure. We're
naming and claiming it. You guys need to get enrolled. Grab your friends. Get enrolled. Let's get this cash out.
Oh, yeah. We're ready to get it out. Next up on our celebrity birthday list, born in 1980, we got Kristen Bell.
Love
American actress, is in Veronica Mars, Frozen.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
The Good Place.
Oh, yeah. The Woman of the House.
Yeah, just a big-time actress.
Bad Moms.
Bad Moms, yeah, that one too.
Burlesque. Gossip Girl. So many other ones.
Yeah,
You Again, that's a good one.
Really, really funny, funny actress who's done a really good job at doing voice acting in that Frozen series.
Absolutely. I also love her and her husband, Dax Shepard.
Oh, really?
I think they are adorable together. I'm not sure if you've seen any clips of them ever, but they do shows together. They go on different things, and they do a whole bunch of stuff together, and they are so stinking funny. They're they're very unscripted. Like, they're very authentically, like, they yell at each other.
That doesn't surprise me with that actor.
Exactly.
As he just seems like
he's a very funny dude.
He doesn't care what comes out of his mouth.
No, Dax Shepard really does not have a filter.
Yeah, and then I feel like he just like Kristen Bell. She's one step away from that, and probably he just brings it out of her.
Oh,
too.
I'm sure. But they are hysterical. Love them, and yeah, happy birthday, Kristen Bell.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff. Next up, born in 1982, we got
Priyanka Chopra. She's an Indian actress. She's a singer and beauty queen of Miss World 2000. And I also think that this is Nick Jonas's wife. Yes, she was in Quantico. She was in Baywatch.
Matrix.
She's been in a lot. She's been a working actress the last couple years, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely a fun one. As she's definitely got some bigger roles as of late. Really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, no, big fan of hers. And again, I really like her with Nick Jonas. That was a very unlikely couple, but
yeah, no.
Good stuff.
Next up, born in 1990, we got Canelo Alvarez, Mexican boxer, multiple weight division world champion. One of those guys that are just one of the best boxers in the game, in the sport right now. He's won multiple world championships in 4 weight classes, from light middleweight to light heavyweight, including a unified title in 3 of those weight classes and a lineal title in 2.
All right, pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, very, very talented boxer. He is 57 wins. 39 of them by KO with only 2 losses.
That's insane.
Yeah, a really, really talented boxer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I wonder who he's lost to.
Yeah. Let's take a peek, but we are officially in this game number 20. We have $520 on that minor with $132 on that Musco. Tack that together if you guys take it home in 64 balls or less, and you guys are going to be taking home a jackpot well over $600. But we also have that major that is at $9,215 that is officially clicked up to 50 balls or less. That is some really exciting stuff as well.
Okay, so outside of one loss to what was the best boxer at the time in 2013, Floyd Mayweather, who was pretty much untouchable at that point. He's only lost one other time, and that was to Dmitry Bivol.
Okay, that is some really impressive stuff.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff as we are trying to give out this jackpot in this game number 20. Really, really hopeful in this game 20 that we can finally give it out. We got Brother Nate out there as well as a lot more players. But we do have a twiking zone to get into while you guys are actually... Is it best to go in? I'll actually go into some movies that were released on today, and then we'll get into the twiking zone when we get back after this next game. But we got in 2001, Jurassic Park 3 came out.
Okay.
Yeah, Jurassic Park 3 was definitely a entertaining one. It's the last of the original crew. It felt like, of Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and other great additions.
Yeah, but we do officially have a winner taking home that prize, as Marco over at VFW Spring Lake Park is taking home that awesome jackpot of $652. Nicely done, and we'll be letting you go for this round, game number 21, but we will be back for game number 22.
we're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching,
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Hey guys, and we are back for a little bit more Jackpot Hunter action. We got just 50 seconds to get enrolled in this next game, game number 22 of a Jackpot Hunter. But in game number 21, we had a winner.
That's right. Britzy over at the Sunset Grill got to win $26.80 on that last round. Nicely done, Britzy.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. But we only have 2 more chances at these Jackpot Hunter prizes, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled into both these games. We got 30 seconds before we get in after these prizes, which that major prize just clicked up from 49 to 50 balls or less, $9,281 available on that one. But we got a twiking zone that we can get into, and then we'll get back into some movies that were released on today.
All right. Well, you got the players last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take them this time. Starting off in 10th place, we had Player over at Poppers, who sits with 13,000. 9th place, we have a tie that was formed between T-Bone at Poppers, as well as No Show at McPete's Sports Bar and Grill. They both have 17,000. Coming in from unranked, now into 8th place, we have Big Mike over at the Beach Club Bar and Grill with 22,000. But with 23,000, also coming in from unranked, it's Player jumping into 7th place over at Beer Stove Inver Grove Heights. 6th place is Jules at VFW Spring Lake Park with 24,000 points. But with 28,000 points in 5th place, we have Nan at Corky's Bar in South Haven. 4th place, it's with Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine with 32,000. Then in 3rd place, it's Red at American Legion Fridley with 40,000. Then with 42,000, in 2nd place, it's Sinbob at Corky's Bar in South Haven. And in 1st place, it's Loser Dave at Finlayson Municipal Bar with 52,000.
On the location side, in 10th place, we got Bedrock in South Haven with 19,000 points. With 24,000 points in 9th place, we got Beer Stube Inver Grove Heights. In 7th place, we got a 2-way tie between the Beach Club Bar and Grill in Lakeland and our place on 3rd and Faribault, both with 27,000 points. With 34,000 points in 6th place, we got VFW Blaine. 5th place is Poppers in Virginia with 36,000 points. With 46,000 points in 4th place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. 3rd place is Corky's Bar South Haven with 57,000 points. With 109,000 points in 2nd place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. And in 1st place, we got American Legion Fridley with 123,000 points. But we already started talking about it a little bit before we got into our last jackpot that happened in game number 20. In 2001, Jurassic Park 3 came out.
That's right, and I have a little bit of the synopsis if you'd like me to read it
Yeah,
out.
sure, let's hear it.
And after being persecuted by a wealthy businessman to conduct an aerial tour of the Isle of Sorna in Jen's second site for a failed Jurassic Park experiment, Dr. Alan Grant discovers the true reason for his invitation. A tragic event maroons the party of 7, and they must attempt to escape with their lives.
Ah, definitely some fun stuff. Next up, released on today in 2003, we got Bad Boys 2.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the drug ecstasy is flowing into Miami, and the police want it stopped. Police detective Marcus Burnett and his partner Mike Lowry are just the men to do it. They track the drugs to Cuba smuggler Johnny Tabea, who is also involved in a bloody war with Russia and a bunch of mobsters.
Yeah, we got Funk over at Carboni's, Britzy at the Sunset Grill, and Laura Me over at VFW Dilworth, all splitting up that $37.40 Musco prize. We're about to begin enrolled in that final round of Jackpot Hunter, the game number 23.
Oh, yeah, and we got some more movies that were released on today. Well, you guys have 2 minutes to get enrolled in this final game of Jackpot Hunter.
That's right, and in 2003, Johnny English was released.
Yeah, Johnny English, definitely a interesting one. One of those funny spy movies that is about Pascal Savage, a villain intent on stealing Britain's crown jewel, has murdered the country's top undercover agent and mediocre spy Johnny English. Is ordered to prevent further mayhem. But even with help from his quick-thinking sidekick, Bo, the goofy agent lands himself in one precarious situation after another. Only when he meets up with Interpol crime fighter Lorna Campbell is Johnny able to chip away at Pascal's defenses.
All right, good stuff.
Yeah, one of the first of a bunch of Johnny English movies that came out.
Yeah, see, I always thought he played Bean in all of his movies.
You didn't think that he
Even
played
out
other
of
characters?
the Bean universe.
You thought it was
he's-
always Bean?
He's always Mr. Bean.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely a funny movie released on today. And the final one, The Dark Knight in 2008 was released. One of my favorite of of any superhero live adaptation. This may be my favorite of all superhero live adaptations.
It is for sure mine. With the help of allies, Lieutenant Jim Gordon and DA Harvey Dent, Batman has been able to keep a tight lid on crime in Gotham City. But when a vile young criminal calling himself the Joker, played by Heath Ledger, suddenly throws the town into chaos, the Caped Crusader begins a thread of a fine line between heroism and vigilantism.
Yeah, it's super, super fun. It's got Heath Ledger as the Joker, Christian Bale as Batman, Michael Caine as Alfred. You got Morgan Freeman as a character there. Aaron Eckhart is as Two-Face. Cillian Murphy is as Scarecrow. He did a fantastic job as Scarecrow.
He's just like one of the best actors I've ever seen.
And he did a great job as a villain actor.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed him as a villain.
Very good stuff.
And you had so many other big-time actors and actresses in it. It was really, really good movie that really brought Batman to life.
Absolutely, and I think it gives Heath Ledger, I mean, I know it was his downfall, but it leaves such a legacy behind him.
Oh, as he'll always be known as
the best Joker.
The best Joker ever portrayal as Joker. It was really, really cool stuff.
Absolutely. So, if you want to watch any of those movies today, we've got Jurassic Park 3.
Michael Caine, I'll never be able to unsee him as Alfred.
Yeah.
As well. He'll always be Alfred in my eyes.
You know, I watched Austin Powers at a young age. And then I watched Michael Caine movies at an older age when he was more old. And I never put two and two together until this year that Michael Caine was in Austin Powers.
Oh, really?
That he was the father at all.
Oh, yes.
I had no idea.
No,
Didn't even recognize him because he's so young.
It is really funny to think about. We do have 46 balls dropped in this final game of Jackpot Hunter. We got players 5 balls away from this one. We'll see if we can give out this 50 ball or less major prize as we just clicked over the mega. Now we've clicked over the mega. We only got one more to give out the minor. Let's see if the minor can go out, and it doesn't look like it. We're moving on to a $41.60 must-go prize as we got Vicky, Funk, Chetman, Marco. All of them are really close to winning this.
Absolutely. But after this, we have one round of Lucky 4 Bingo left where we try and give out that awesome jackpot. But if it doesn't go out, that's all right. You guys will be sent your way into a little bit of Skull Bingo action all the way until 10 p.m. tonight. But as you guys know, right now, you guys are taking home some cash, but you're also winning some points towards the Jackpot Hunter standings.
Yeah, and before we get into the player side of the standings, we got Britzy over at Sunset Grill in Spring Lake Park taking home $41.60. You guys are going to come out tomorrow for a little bit of happy hour action as that jackpot is going to continue to grow into tomorrow. But now we're going to be getting into some Lucky 4 Bingo.
Absolutely, but I'm going to hop right into these player standings. I won't let you know the amounts they have, but I'll let you know where these players are at. And in 10th place, we start off with Big G at Anamia Vets Club. 6th place is a crazy 4-way tie between Dustball 75 at Charlie's Sports Bar and Grill, Crazy Kid at Tasty Pizza Hanger 45, Wolfstein at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, and Jay Surma at Grumpy's Bar and Grill, Roseville. 4th place is yet another tie between Tesla at Friends Bar and Restaurant and Kirby at American Legion Fridley. 3rd place sits with Chica over at William McCoy's of Andover, while O. Lars at Anamia Vets Club sits in 2nd. And holding on to 1st place, we've seen him out there playing tonight. It's Funk in all caps over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, and they sit at the top of that leaderboard.
Yeah, on the location side of these standings in 9th place, we got the Barrel House Bar and Cafe in Coon Rapids tied up with Country Lounge in St. Paul. 7th place, we got a 2-way tie between the Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel and Shady's Railside in Rice. In 6th place, we got Willie McCoy's of Andover. 5th place is the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45. 4th place is American Legion Fridley. In 3rd place, we got Onamia Vets Club. 2nd place is VFW Spring Lake Park. And in 1st place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards.
That is some really exciting stuff. And I know we've seen quite a few players out there tonight, but are there any locations or players that you're really looking out for this season?
Ooh, season-wise, I am going to be looking out for, I don't know. I think Funk. I mean, he's been the #1 player. He came out there really hot. We didn't see him last season, and he's been kind of new to the show, but he's been surprising me.
Stealing it away.
And I'm going to be watching him all season long, as he could be that big contestant that could take home 1st place spot.
Yeah, well, I will be looking out for Funk as well as Bobo, who was our last season and the season previous champion of this standings. And so it'll be really exciting to see if they can come in potentially at some point throughout the season 12 and rival Funk's 1st place spot. But it will be really exciting if we see a newcomer winning that 1st place ranking in these standings.
Oh, yeah, I definitely will be watching out for that. But we just got 20 seconds till we get enrolled in this final game of Lucky 4 Bingo. $23,865 on the line. But as you guys are getting those final things clicked in to play this game, I got a This Day in History to talk about. And on July 18th, 1940, Franklin D. Roosevelt, who first took office in 1933 as America's 32nd president, is nominated for an unprecedented 3rd term. Roosevelt, a Democrat who would eventually be elected to a record 4 terms in office, the only U.S. president to serve more than 2 terms.
That is insane.
That is a really, really crazy story. I mean, I can't believe he was there for 4 terms.
Yeah, 16 years.
16 years. We do have players 2 balls away with Matthew as we click over to a must-go prize of $4.
This game is going quickly as Matthew is now 1 ball away. But before we talk about the player winning these big prizes, we have a very specific player to talk about who took home a great jackpot over this past weekend.
Player over at Beer Stoop Inver Grove took home $8,314, and everyone who plays at Beer Stoop Inver Grove is supporting the Spartan End Zone Club, MNG. Their mission is to promote supervised competitive football programs for the high school children of the community, to arrange intra and extra city sporting events, and to instill in players the principles of sportsmanship, honesty, loyalty, courage, and respect for others.
Absolutely. That is a great charity to support and a great jackpot that went out. Congratulations out to player. But you guys have just a couple moments before we're going to be giving out this $4 must-go prize and sending you on your way to Skull Bingo.
Okay, what do you think the last lucky number is going to be?
G53.
I'm going to go with 71.
All right.
And there it is. Matthew taking home $4. 12, 6, 63, and 67 are those 4 lucky numbers. Good job, Matthew, over at the Club New Yorker. Enjoy a little bit of Skull Bingo. And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See you guys. Hey guys, and if you're coming out each and every Tuesday and Wednesday for our specialty nights, you guys have been earning those PGO points for season 11, and we have our final standings of last season, and I can't wait to go over them with you guys.
And in 10th place, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 1,308,305 points. With 1,328,865 points. In 9th place, we got Mouse over at Poppers. 8th place is Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 1,408,720 points. With 1,421,174 points. In 7th place, we got Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin. 6th place is Bucks over at Rustic Saloon with 1,438,500 points. 1,643,620 points. In 5th place, we got Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. 4th place is Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon with 1,742,925 points. With 1,876,370 points. In 3rd place, we got Forget You D at VFW Austin. 2nd place is Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 2,272,330 points. And the winner, the person getting their name engraved on the Pilot Cup, is Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post, who is able to accumulate 2,789,475 points during that season 11.
That was impressive to watch, but I'm going to hop right into the final location standings for this season 11. And right into 10th place, we got LG's in Miltona finishing off with 5,136,205 points. Now in 9th, we had Neeson's Gaylord with 5,344,750 points. 8th place ended up being Howie Sports Bar and Grill St. Cloud with 5,440,154 points. Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato finished 7th with 5,592,524 points. While in 6th, it was VFW Northfield with 5,750,145 points. Then right ahead of them into 5th place, we finished off with American Legion Cleveland with 5,978,899 points. 4th place ended up being Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 6,895,085 points. 3rd Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake finished 3rd with 6,933,459 points. 2nd place ended up being Billy's Rockford with 8,356,859 points. And our number 1 location finishing out this season was Poppers in Virginia. They finished with 8,673,147 points.
Well, congrats to those number 1 player and location, Bam Bam at Stewartville Legion Post and Poppers in Virginia. Can't wait to see their names on that Pilot Cup, but I can't wait to see the new players that are competing for that number 1 spot in this season 12. So make sure you guys are coming out Wednesday and Tuesday night to earn those points.